GGsters. This will probably be your first win. Oh no, my friend. I already have a win against them Aints. Week 1, brother.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh my God, these kickoffs are killing me.
Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Very short kick taken right at the 20. They've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll grab
no, Joe Mixon's going to run all over me.
41-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Bengals at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough.
Oh my God.
And he's going to be taken.
How does that even happen and I'm not even controlling the guy?
In the backfield, they may get 15 yards. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And now they will throw it with Burrow.
Oh, my
to
God.
Mixon on the check down. Touchdown, Bengals.
Easy money over here, buddy.
Number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Evan McPherson for the extra point.
No, I need to turn that game on.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Jesus Christ, dude.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Hunter gets them ready at their 25-yard line.
Are you about to walk in front of the TV? Could you please go now?
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
It's going to be a long game.
His presence felt in the backfield.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
Patterson running between the tackles, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down around the 21 or 22. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions down.
I want to know how that guy came from all the way over on the other side of the field to make the damn play.
To the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season. He connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker.
Oh my God, dude. Wow.
Because he hasn't missed all year long.
I'm like getting perfect power on every kick, but it does not recognize the button press. Like, what the hell, dude?
Right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say,
they're looking for
I'll take it.
Intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Well, I got lucky on that play. The computer gifted me a score.
Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After the pick six, here's Burrow again. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at second down.
Like, no, the tight ends didn't even go out and run their routes.
Positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On second down, here's Mixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Straight ahead, Patterson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. 8 yards on the touchdown pass.
Oh, the suspense. I don't think he got in. Oh, he got in.
We remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
I got it.
Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line, and he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins.
That's a nasty play right there.
That sets him up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. After one, 17-7 the score on EA Sports. Here we go. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Now it's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down and comfortable.
Oh my God, I didn't mean to choose that play. Oh no.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
I'm one, ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow looking to pass. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And
yikes.
Across midfield and to the 46-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
You know, that play never works for me.
Defensively being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Patterson. A solid stiff arm. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to...
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time.
Now Burrow loses the football.
Oh my God. How? Oh my God, there's like 9 Cincinnati guys around. Oh my God, dude. I don't even know what to say.
The 11-yard line in the red zone. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble.
There's like 5 dudes right there. That's just, Madden is just so crazy.
The evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
3rd down, here's Patterson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Double doink.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down
That's a good decision.
40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Burrow. And the pressure gets to him again. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Rolling to his right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Falcon football.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
On second down, a run with Patterson. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Oh, look at that toe drag swag.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Second half will start with a run by Patterson.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here's Patterson again.
Ooh, the juke. Room here to run.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15.
He's not wearing a face mask. Sweet. Oh my god, dude. That is like the funniest ever.
It became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball.
Hey, my quarterback's not even wearing a face mask.
That's the end result.
It's so stupid.
If they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's a give to Patterson. 78 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. A handoff for Patterson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Again, Patterson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run on 1st down. Patterson, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, it's Patterson, and this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3, 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. But CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers,
oh, don't worry, it's the Falcons. We can give up 4 touchdowns.
Never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to play. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it?
has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
Jeez.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
A little jet sweep to start.
Oh my God.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
I didn't choose the jet sweep, and it did the jet sweep anyways.
On that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of inverted plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Patterson on the draw. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
They picked up 5 yards last time.
Jet pass fake zone.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll keep it moving.
Wow, I don't like that. Oh, okay. I see what I've done. I've erred in my ways.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 2. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss.
They wasn't having none of that time.
Into a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Running the counter, Patterson.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
What happened? Was she choking?
Yeah, he's been coughing again.
Boy.
Tell her she's got to try to blow her nose. That's
Why?
would help.
That's the why, too.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made.
I don't want to feel that. Get that off me.
In the future. And mentally,
cold.
I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Arnold Ebiketie in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end.
Oh my God. I promise I'm not trying to hurt him.
And they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Here we go.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
You got to jump, Troy Anderson. You're like in perfect position, buddy.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late point. He wants his lead to stay right where it is. They lead big, and a major part of that,
you know, I really
how they've
could go
taken
for some
their
green
play
beans
to a
right
whole
now.
new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this
Southern style green beans.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Richie Grant.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. .35 yards that time on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
What was that? Oh.
Here we go, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is not going to get the 1st down as he'll spot this at about the 28. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed.
Joey
That leads
Buckets.
to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them.
Come on, you gotta give him the ball, buddy.
That long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the 4th quarter. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
They'll give it to Patterson.
Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty well.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Yeah, what are you going to slip and slide?
It'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now?
What the fuck is that?
Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Bengals take over.
That was weird.
At their own 43-yard line.
An old homeless man said to the office.
Shut up. Where at?
On the way home.
I know, but where though?
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect 2nd half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD.
Oh my God. What? Like he just went.
Much been a carbon copy of the first.
That early lead was
And you wouldn't let him?
the way their opponent was playing, and partner, they do have
Yeah.
some penalties, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 64 yards rushing forward to the ball game now.
That's funny.
14 carries.
The question for Mixon was after an injury-riddled 2020. He'd be back to his old self in 2021, and not only was he better, he was even better. He set career highs across the board, finished top 4 league-wide in yardage and touchdowns.
Yeah.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the 1st quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2,
Dude, somebody
3,
else
or
is
4.
always
They're gonna
going
have a lot of work to
active
do before stepping
during my
back on the
screen
field.
too.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the 1st quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for the Falcons,